The 2025 Chicago Bears are no longer the franchise defined by frustration, near misses, and long stretches of irrelevance that have characterized much of the past decade. Instead, they have become the embodiment of a complete organizational transformation, a team that has not only risen to the top of the NFC North, but has done so with a level of execution, cohesion, and culture building that rivals the most elite teams in the league. And this metamorphosis, while visible on the stat sheets, game tape, and scoreboards, is ultimately the product of strategic vision, cultural recalibration, and player development that began in earnest with the hiring of Ben Johnson as head coach. A move that the Bears front office executed with both audacity and clarity, understanding that the team's previous identity, a conservative, grinded-out offense that left quarterback play in chaos and placed unsustainable burdens on a defense often left overextended, had run its course and would not support a return to relevance without radical change. Johnson, who at 39 became the third youngest head coach in the NFL, brought with him a reputation as one of the game's most innovative offensive minds, cultivated during his tenure, turning the Detroit Lions into a top-5 offensive unit. And he arrived in Chicago with a clear mission: to build an offensive system centered around quarterback Caleb Williams, to instill a culture of mental toughness and belief, and to foster a philosophy in which all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, operate in harmony toward a singular goal of consistent success. And the evidence that this transformation is both real and sustainable is compelling, starting with the team's record, which, through 12 games, stands at 9-3. But extending far beyond mere wins and losses to include a profound shift in identity, execution, and the very way the team approaches football, as exemplified most dramatically in the Black Friday victory over the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, a 24-5 demolition in which the Bears executed every element of Johnson's blueprint with precision, from controlling the line of scrimmage and dominating the trenches to sustaining a punishing, balanced rushing attack that totaled 281 yards and forced the Eagles into a position of reactive, rather than proactive, football. The narrative surrounding the Bears prior to this moment was built on doubt and skepticism. Pundits dismissed their early season surge as a product of weak scheduling, soft matchups, and statistical anomalies, a team that had yet to prove itself against a bona fide winning opponent. And yet in Philadelphia, every argument against them evaporated as the offense established dominance through a combination of physicality and creativity. The running game, powered by a synergistic duo in veteran DeAndre Swift and rookie Kungai Monangai, the former providing the explosive home run potential and receiving versatility that stretches defenses and opens the field, the latter delivering decisive, downhill power, rushing for 130 yards on 22 carries, and establishing himself as a feature back capable of sustaining volume while punishing defenders after contact. And together, they became the first Bears running back duo to each rush for over 100 yards in a single game since Walter Payton and Matt Suhey accomplished the feat in 1985, a comparison that evokes both nostalgia and excitement for a fan base eager to see the team regain historical relevance, with the offensive line orchestrating the effort at the point of attack, led by Darnell Wright, whose improvements at right tackle have transformed a previously inconsistent unit into one capable of dominating defenders in one-on-one matchups and opening seams for explosive plays, allowing the Bears to maintain offensive tempo, control the clock, and set up play-action opportunities that have turned Caleb Williams into a quarterback operating with both command and efficiency. Williams' evolution cannot be overstated. After a rookie season marked by indecision, excessive pressure, and high sack rates, he has now posted a dramatic reduction in pressure-to-sack rate from 28.2% as a rookie to 12.5% this season, while maintaining a strong touchdown-to-interception ratio of 17-5, demonstrating both improved decision-making and adaptability within Johnson's system, which incorporates motion, multiple personnel groupings, and a requirement to operate under center more frequently than Williams' collegiate experience at USC. Yet he has not merely adapted. He has thrived, with highlights such as a 28-yard kill shot touchdown to Cole KT against the Eagles, illustrating his elite accuracy, trust in the system, and capacity to close games, cementing the philosophy that Johnson has espoused. The quarterback is a distributor within a balanced, complementary system rather than a lone savior, and the results of this approach are visible not only in Williams' performance, but in the team's ability to control the game's tempo, wear down opponents, and capitalize on mistakes. The defense, under coordinator Dennis Allen, has been equally transformative, embracing a culture of opportunism and aggressive playmaking that has resulted in league-leading takeaways, including 17 interceptions, and has created a direct correlation between defensive success and team victories, as evidenced by the Bears' 8-0 record in games with multiple takeaways, a reflection of both strategic scheming and player buy-in to a philosophy that rewards anticipation, pursuit, and calculated aggression. Perhaps the most vivid moment of this defensive dominance occurred in the Eagles game, when defensive back Nan Wright dismantled the league's most successful short yardage play, the tush push, ripping the ball free from Jalen Hurd and creating a turnover that immediately flipped momentum and set up an 87-yard scoring drive for the Bears. A textbook illustration of complementary football in which a single defensive play directly enables offensive success and reinforces the team's overarching culture of belief and accountability. This culture is not theoretical, it is tangible, evident in how the Bears approach adversity, develop depth, and win close games, with 5 victories this season coming after trailing in the final 2 minutes of regulation, tying a franchise record for post-merger success and signaling a mental toughness rarely associated with the team's historical identity, while also highlighting the contributions of rookies and substitutes stepping into critical roles without hesitation, from left tackle Ozzy Trapailo's seamless integration into the line to Kamanai's production as a high-volume running back, a testament to the system's ability to accelerate player development and foster confidence across the roster, all of which feeds into Johnson's broader vision of a team defined by cohesion, resilience, and complementary execution. Beyond individual performances and statistical milestones, the Bears' identity is now defined by its commitment to a physical, clock-controlling style that echoes the glory days of the 1985 Monsters of the Midway, combining a league-leading rushing attack, suffocating ball control, and opportunistic defense into a system capable of sustaining pressure throughout all 4 quarters, wearing down opponents, and creating opportunities for both explosive and methodical scoring, a formula that is supported by a disciplined offensive line, a versatile quarterback, and a backfield capable of producing both volume and efficiency, while defensive personnel, from veterans like Kevin Bard to rising stars, execute with aggression and awareness, generating turnovers that flip field position and inject momentum, all of which has transformed the team from a collection of talented but uncoordinated players into a fully integrated unit capable of executing Johnson's vision with precision. The 2025 Bears' emergence has also shifted the broader narrative around the franchise, challenging long-held assumptions that the team is a perennial underperformer incapable of competing at the highest level, as skeptics who dismissed early season success as the result of weak scheduling or luck have been forced to reckon with a team that has demonstrated the capacity to dominate elite competition, control games, and win in high-pressure situations. And while the record of 9-3 positions the Bears at the top of the NFC North, the team's trajectory suggests that their success is not fleeting, but deeply embedded in a structural and cultural foundation that can support a sustained playoff run, with critical upcoming matchups, including a pivotal division showdown against the Green Bay Packers, serving as both a test and an opportunity to cement the Bears' status as not only a playoff contender but a potential NFC powerhouse. At its core, this transformation is about belief, cohesion, and systemic excellence, with every phase of the team, offense, defense, and special teams, aligned toward a common purpose, and with the quarterback ascending into elite territory, the running game punishing defenses consistently, the offensive line dominating at the point of attack, and the defense generating game-altering takeaways. The Chicago Bears of 2025 are a team built not merely to compete but to excel, a team whose identity has been reshaped from the ground up, where depth is tested but thrives, young players are accelerated, veterans lead by example, and belief is contagious, creating an environment in which close games are won, turnovers are exploited, and every opponent is aware that the Bears are a disciplined, intelligent, and physically dominant unit.